then you about to like me a whole lot. So, are we like boyfriend and girlfriend now? My period's late, Kanan.
Come here, making sure you're all right.
The game ain't find you. See, where I'm from, that shit comes straight to your front door, but you made a choice.
My parents. Let's just say they leave me alone and I leave them alone. There's a lot of fucked up shit happened in my house growing up.
You're not off the hook, little orphan Annie. You fuck up. These fools here die.
Welcome back, Top Notch Gang, to another video, and we're here finally getting around to Effie's backstory, the reveal of her mother with only 3 episodes left. Ain't that right, Power? I guess it's better late than never, but with that happening and with the reveal expected to come in episode 8, where we could see Effie opening her dorm room door and looking shocked, surprised, we're expecting this to be her mother. And with that, of course, a lot of theories have been flying about her parents, her backstory, what we're gonna see. They had people thinking it was gonna be Noma, and now we're talking about Crystal all the way from Raising Kanan. They had people talking about she's in contact with ghosts and everything like that. So we're gonna break down all the clues and details. I'm gonna show you every single clip of every single time we heard something about Effie, her mom, how she grew up, her brother's death, everything like that. Then we're gonna break down why I do expect it to be a character that has already been established in the Power universe. And the only reason I believe that is I don't think every character has to be connected to someone in the past, but if Effie's parent pop up and it's fucking Michelle or some shit, somebody we never heard about, never talked about, I feel like Effie would have been the most pointless character this season by far, as she has literally done nothing. So I'm expecting this reveal to be something major for our character. We'll have to wait and see, but once again, leave a like, comment, subscribe, and let's go ahead and get right into it. So obviously the first time we learn anything about Effie's backstory is of course way back at Choate with Tariq. They eventually start working together, and as they get closer and before she decides to betray him and everything, she lets him in on the insight of a little information on her backstory because he started talking about Raina. So she mentioned how she lost her brother as well, and she also said in this clip that ever since that happened, her mom has been drunk for most days. It's been a shit show basically.
Ever since my brother died, my mom is sober like 2 hours in the morning when she wakes up. Rest of the day is a fucking shit show.
So this lets us in on her mindset that she kind of grew up, I wouldn't even say it, probably in a worse situation, more like situations Ghost, Tommy, and Kanan grew up than Tariq. And we get more information or more proof saying this when she told Brayden, after he was given the task by Kane to take out Lauren, she tells him, you joined this game basically. This shit came knocking to my front door. I basically didn't have a choice or opportunity to do anything else until now.
The game ain't find you. See, where I'm from, that shit comes straight to your front door, but you made a choice.
And that kind of just lets us know that the environment she grew up with, this is the only way that she saw going forward for that time being at least. Whereas someone like Brayden and Tariq, once again, they had options, they had other shit going on, and this is where they just decided to go. We learn more information in Tariq, Diana, Effie's little class, where it's telling them to take 1 step forward or 1 step back if this is a negative or positive that applies to you. And we see her end up in the back of the class having problems like needing financial aid, not growing up in a 2-parent household, and even getting sexually assaulted that we're about to get into next. And this shows the difference of even between her and Tariq, and also someone like Diana who grew up in this game, in this life, that she just had it way worse off and started at a different point in her. And she even said it in class, just because she start in the back doesn't mean she can't end up in the front. But that brings us to the sexual assault, where she's in the car with Tariq opening up to him, and she lets him know that her mom used to bring a guy home that used to touch her basically, and she was talking about how she finally worked up the courage to let her mom know, and her mom still went ahead and married the nigga.
My mom always had a different guy around, and one of them liked to touch me. And I finally worked up the nerve to tell her what was going on. Do you want to know what she did? She
Married the asshole.
This also puts into perspective a conversation we overheard her having with Diana. Diana asked about her parents, and she basically responded with, let's just say they leave me alone and I leave them alone.
My parents. Let's just say they leave me alone and I leave them alone.
And I think this could be a big reason that stems from it. Could also be a reason we see her decline her mom's call in the last episode. It's really not nothing for them to talk about, but when she pop up at her dorm, shit's gonna get very interesting to say the least. And last but certainly not least, one other scene we get where her parents is kind of mentioned or is said to not be there is when Obi is threatening Kane with Diana, threatening Braden with his sister as well, and also threatening Tariq with his grandma. And he tells Effie within this scene that she's, or he called her little orphan Annie, basically saying she don't got no fucking family. Tells her that if they fuck up or she fucks up, the rest of them die.
You're not off the hook, little orphan Annie. You fuck up, these fools here die.
And this made people think as well that it could be normal. Well, we're about to get into all that, but this had people speculating that her parents were dead, but it kind of contradicted everything she said prior and all this and that. But once again, this is every single thing we've heard them say about her parents since going back to the original Power. But now let's actually get into the theories and who it could be revealed to be in this upcoming episode. Now, before we get into the reveal, I'm gonna say it once again. I'm someone who always says the people don't have to connect to everybody. We try to connect everyone back to ghosts or everyone this person's son or cousin and all this bullshit. And I always have to come out and say, if it don't make sense, it don't make sense. But once again, the reason I believe for Effie specifically that it might actually be someone already established in the Power universe is because of how late in the show it's happening. Because with 3 episodes left, if they pull out a Michaela or Brianna or somebody we never fucking heard of, this whole arc that she went on this season was a gigantic waste of time. She wasn't plot relevant at all, and we won't end up caring. This reveal has to be something big and massive, and that's what we're expecting. So that's why I think it has to be someone already established. Now, once again, the first person everyone was talking about was Noma. I said this one automatically didn't make sense. I made videos about this years ago when season 3 came out. I was telling you guys that didn't add up. Basically, that Effie is the one who found the picture of Noma's daughter. Why would she show Tariq if she was Noma's daughter? Also, she gave Tariq, we heard her give Tariq all the information on Anya Covington. We now know Anya Covington has been introduced into the story, so we basically checked that off. I know a lot of people was running with that for a while now, but that never made sense in my opinion. And who is now the most popular theory is Crystal, and I kinda see it. I'm not gonna lie, I kinda see it. The way Effie describes her mom and her personality, the way she is, I can see that being Crystal from Raising Kanan if you guys watch that. So in Raising Kanan, Jukebox got this girl group, and one of the girls, Crystal, her and Kanan start sleeping around together basically, and she wants to get in a relationship with him. He really not on that for real, but she does end up telling him at the end of season 3, is it Raising Kanan on 4? She ended up telling the nigga that she pregnant basically, and with that happening, we didn't get another scene of her crying on his couch and everything like that. Now, the reason this is important because the only person we know to be Kane's son is Sean, and even then he said he didn't know if Sean was his son. He said he should have took a DNA test on that little nigga.
You like the son I never had or some shit? What about Sean? Who's your son? I ain't never had no DNA test. I should have took it. You more my son than he ever was.
We know Sean's mom's name wasn't Crystal, so we know that baby was for someone else. So if Crystal is set to have a baby in Raising Kanan the next season, which is coming this winter, be on the lookout for that. We're going to be able to connect more clues and details from that. But if she does have this baby, turns out to be a girl, it could make sense for it to be Effie. Honestly, I don't know if that makes sense either, because Sean was like 25, 26, and Effie is like 20 at the most. She's still in college, so wouldn't she be older than Sean? So low-key, that don't make sense either, unless they pulling a Zeke on us and she fucking older than they said she was, which would be some bullshit. But damn, now that I'm thinking about it, and I'm thinking about all this shit live while recording, I'm not gonna cut none of this out. Now that I'm thinking about it, the Crystal situation low-key don't make sense too. The more I look into it, I don't know, you guys about to hate me, but that low-key don't make sense either. We might actually be getting a fucking random ass name, Akeisha, LaQuinda. Oh man, we fucked. This about to be the worst storyline of the season. This actually reminds me that Effie said on her IG story a few weeks ago that she didn't really like her character's ending and she wished it was something else. So maybe it does let us all down. It just don't hit like that. And I'm making this whole video for nothing, but I guess y'all still gotta get it anyway. All right, I'm coming back at y'all with this like a few days later. I started recording this on Sunday. It's currently what? It's Tuesday. Y'all probably gonna see this Wednesday. I don't know how long you guys usually stay for my videos, so some of you probably aren't even hearing this. But like, cause I like to do my due diligence, make sure I didn't miss any scenes where she talks about her backstory, but also I try not to make videos that don't make sense. Like, even if I make a prediction or a theory and I get it wrong, if it's a possibility that could actually happen, I will put it out. But looking at this, the Crystal, the Noma, all the situations is currently not making any sense. Now Effie, I don't know, maybe we get a dud of a reveal and the shit just don't hit like that, is where I'm starting to think this storyline is gonna go. Especially, once again, I think I mentioned that her actor said she didn't like her ending. I don't know, I guess I'm mentioning it now, but yeah, so that's that. I guess we just gonna have to wait till tomorrow at the time you're seeing this, that we're gonna see who her parent was. We're gonna talk about this shit on Friday, because I'm scratching my head at this point trying to connect the dots. It's just not working for me. Overall though, that's it for this video. You guys can let me know your thoughts and opinions down below. The only reason I'm still uploading this is because I did give out all the information that we do learn about her backstory, and maybe if you guys could put down in the comments who do you think her parent actually is, you might connect some dots that I didn't, or make it make sense in a way that I couldn't. I was literally in this bitch scratching my head. This video kind of turned more into a rant than actually giving you facts, details, clues and shit, but I don't know at this point. So just let me know what you think down below. This reveal is gonna be either hit or miss. It's not gonna be no in between. It's gonna either fall flat or it's gonna shake the motherfucking Power universe. We're gonna have to wait and see. It could give us a lot to look forward to going into Raising Kanan, but once again, we gotta wait and see. As usual, you guys can leave a like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what other videos you want to see before the next episode. 3 episodes left. These need to be bangers. Put your depth predictions down below as well, but I'm out.